Emily Flamberg. Call sign Hania. The last of the 4 Demos operators reported by Orpha. She says she doesn't know much about her. What is known is that she works in tandem with Losav and performs the function of eliminating electronics and eliminating the enemy, without the use of lethal weapons. Fisher, with the help of his connections, was only able to find a medical book in the name of Emily Flamberg. It stated that Emily Flamberg had suffered 4th-degree burns to her lower face and neck, and had been hospitalized immediately. The cause of the burns was crossed out in black marker, which alerted Fisher. He knew that this was the government's way of hiding information about Special Forces personnel who might have been injured on secret missions. It made Fisher think that Emily Flamberg wasn't just one of Deimos' scumbags, she was somehow connected to secret government work. ETD knives. A knife capable of paralyzing an untrained person for several minutes if he tries to use it. The knife is more than half made of electronics, and in particular electric coils. Its entire metal part is electrified and only a small rubberized handle saves the owner from a powerful electric shock. Hania received a total of 23 electric shocks while practicing with these knives. Her arm muscles groaned and writhing in pain. Even Deimos himself had asked her not to overdo her training. He didn't want to lose such a valuable operator to a ridiculous accident. But Hania had only listened to his advice for appearance's sake. Eventually, she had honed her skills with these knives to perfection. Upon hitting an enemy, the knife slices through the flesh and begins to zap them with a powerful charge of electricity, making it physically impossible for the enemy to continue fighting. The unbearable pain and muscle cramps will simply prevent him from doing so. These knives can also be connected to a circuit of electricity by means of the metal part of their handles. The connection will be so thin that it is literally invisible, and electrical traces appear only when the victim enters the area of action. Hania has only 5 knives in the game. They become available over time like Azami's kunai, only with the difference that, in the beginning, she has 2 knives at once. Throwing one knife into the wall will have no effect. But if there is another knife within a radius equal to about the height of the doorway, they will set up a direct electrical circuit. All 5 knives can be linked into one big chain. If you already have 2 linked knives, starting with the 3rd knife, the chain radius will be increased by half the height of the doorway. The chain can be broken by shooting the knife handle, but the blade itself will continue to stick out of the surface. The only way to completely destroy the knife is with an explosion. When hit by the electric chain, the defender takes a one-time damage of 5 health points and a slowdown similar to Clash's Shield's slowdown, but the character is slowed down twice as much while letting out a single scream of pain. But that's only half of the gadget's effect. Knives also have interaction with defense gadgets. If the knife hits a gadget, it will be disabled for 5 seconds. If the knife hits any of the cameras, they will be permanently interfered with. But you can also link the knife sticking in the gadget with another knife of yours. When linking a knife from a gadget and a second knife, an electric circuit will also appear, which will have bonus damage depending on the gadget in which the first knife is sticking out. The gadget itself will turn off for good when 2 knives are linked. Linking gadgets with knives works only with a direct hit. That is, you cannot create a chain through a fortified or ordinary wall. The handles of the knives must have direct access to each other. The electricity chain is invisible, but the knives themselves emit an electric sound similar to that of the Cade gadget. Hanya has no special interactions with attackers. Being hit by a circuit of electricity does not damage or slow attackers, nor does it slow Hanya herself. Knives can be destroyed by Kaylee's bolt, grenade, and other explosions. Hacking Brava has no effect on the creation of chains or the function of the knives. As stated earlier, 1 knife disables the gadget and 2 knives in a bunch disables it permanently. There's nothing complicated here. Of course, some gadgets will be easier to destroy with a shot, such as Capcan traps or Valkyrie cameras. The only ability that disables knives is Tubarau's freeze. Also, 1 knife in Scopos Robot creates glitches on her camera, and 2 knives disables her ability to move between robots. Hanya is also armed with a new weapon. It's a TAR-21. You can modify only the grip and the sight. I don't know what much to say about its characteristics. I can't show you the recoil and stuff, but I'm sure it would come out a pretty good weapon and would fit in the siege.